This is Guiding You to a Better Stream. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2B. So 2 was yesterday, 2B is today, because I got a little bit more to explain about what you need for your streams and why you need it for your streams, right? So let's get this started. I'm live every Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is episode 2B, what you need for streaming. So, I went on Google, obviously, and I searched streaming PC setup, as anybody would do. And I clicked this one, building the best PC for streaming. Okay, so it gives me this site here. How to build a PC for streaming, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube gaming. Video gaming, streaming, also known as podcasting, is now more popular than ever, with streaming websites such as Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube allowing anyone to broadcast themselves playing video games live to the world. Now, this is fine and dandy, and then it goes on in different sections to PC setups. But you guys are going to be lost when you come here. So I thought I would explain sites like these for what you need for streaming, and if you actually need it, and what you need in lieu of this. So they're going through some of the lingo, which is actually pretty good. Streaming, capturing, encoding, and uploading and audio information in real time. Encoding, the process to turn raw video and audio into information compressed file type. Okay, software encoding uses CPU to perform encoding. Higher quality requires more demand on CPU, which is your hardware. Hardware encoding uses software, specializes in performing the encoding instead of the CPU, which is like using your CPU and your GPU. That's something they don't explain here. And bitrate, everybody knows what bitrate is in terms of streaming. So I don't have to go through that, and you guys can read it right there. You can pause the video. And frames per second, FPS. Everybody who games knows what frames per second is. Higher FPS is better. If you tend to stream at 30 FPS, that's fine. 60 FPS is like optimal. So this is what they suggest here for a budget streaming build, which can play like Minecraft, League of Legends, Valorant at really low detail. You can't play Modern Warfare. Fortnite maybe, but you won't be able to stream it. So they recommend a AMD RX 570 and an Ryzen 3 3200G and MSI 450. MSI B450. This is the motherboard. 8 gigs. I would upgrade that to 16 instead. 1 terabyte SSD, okay, but I would put another like an NVMe or an M.2, because it has an M.2, so you should utilize that M.2 in there. Everything else is fine. 450. Yeah, but let me show you. Whoops. Hold on. Sorry. Let me show you between this graphics and this, this CPU and this graphics card, the bottlenecking. So let's go into the bottlenecking. Here we go. So you search here Ryzen 3, okay, and it was a Ryzen, what was it, 3700? What was it? 3200G. Okay. Okay. Mix in with a RX 570. This runs at 4 gigabytes. Okay. And then you hit in calculate. Minimal bottlenecking. They work well together. Okay. So, but make sure when you guys are going on like suggestions, make sure there is no bottlenecking. Okay. Or if you're building your own PC, make sure there are no bottlenecking before you go out and purchase, because that would hinder your performance when playing games, streaming, or what have you. So that's good. So this is good. I would go for 16 gigs instead here rather than 8, considering you're streaming, because it does use GPU, but it also uses DPU. So you might want to have the RAM to handle different processes as well. Now this is a little bit more solid build. A 3600X, yeah. 1660 Ti, yep. This is fine, yep. Perfectly okay. All this is fine. I would go a little bit higher on the power supply though. If you're gonna spend $1,100, go for an 850. Yeah, that's like a lot better for you to spend. Hardcore streaming, yeah, you can do this with this build if you're gonna spend this much, because this can be your like second PC. So this is a Ryzen 7 3700X with a 2070 Super, Noctua, okay, but the stock Wraith cooler is actually good. The MSI. So you can knock out this Noctua, which is going to put you back about $40. Now, some people are wondering, probably watching this video and be like, but Titan, what about my audio? Like, what should I get for the headset? Any headset. Arctis 7, Steel Series, a microphone. Yetis are... very good for this. Like, I mean, I'm using an XLR microphone. Like, you can upgrade as time goes on if you want, but having, like, they're doing this PC setup, dual PC setup, that's too far ahead. You might want to just do a single PC setup because of what your budget is. And don't go bananas for it. You can also just stream off of your console and use your console headset. So, I mean, if you have the console, and then use your console camera for the face cam. There are all so many suggestions, so many things you can work for. I could go on and on and on and on about this topic. If you would like, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below if you have any more questions for the next video. And I thank you guys for joining me for today's episode. This was what you need for streaming. Again, I'm live every Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Come check me out. Hit that subscribe button and ding that bell for your notifications. Thank you for watching.